Caitlin Clark has arrived.
5 blocks last year for 3. But she has redefined what a good shot is. Look how far out she was.
And today, we're spotlighting her electrifying entry into the WNBA with the Indiana Fever and the profound impact she's had on her team, the league, and the whole entire women's sports industry at just 22. Caitlin Clark is a name that's become synonymous with breaking barriers and records these past few years. I mean, after an illustrious career that included, well, all of these accolades. Most notably, as many of you know, though, she set the all-time NCAA Division I basketball record this past season with 3,951 career points. She also helped women's basketball reach new heights this season as they completely shattered previous viewership numbers, with the national championship scoring an impressive 18.9 million viewers, which is the most viewed college basketball game on ESPN platforms between men and women. Actually helped the women carry March Madness this past March. On top of that, it was the most viewed women's Final Four on record, with 3 games averaging over 13.8 million viewers. In fact, each round and many games across the country, even ones that she wasn't involved in, saw viewership growth this past season. It was up 121% overall year over year. So she left her mark on the NCAA, and now she's on to the WNBA to do the same, right? Her first overall pick in the 2024 draft by the Indiana Fever wasn't just a win for the team on court, it sparked a significant surge in ticket sales and jersey demands. There's been an immediate doubling in the Fever's average ticket price, and with other teams also seeing rises in games against the Fever. Both the Las Vegas Aces and the Washington Mystics have even moved their games against the Indiana Fever to bigger arenas, in part due to Clark's massive popularity. In fact, my girlfriend and I will be at the Liberty versus Fever game at the Barclays Center, and when I tell you the difference game to game on ticket prices, it's astronomical. So the top 200 level seats, yes, the top of Barclays Center, are around average of $150+ for when Caitlin comes to town. 2 days later, when they play the Seattle Storm, the 200 levels aren't even available because they actually don't have the demand for it yet. Plus, the cheapest ticket for our game is about $140 to $150 versus $22 to $30 for the Seattle Storm game. And if you needed further proof of her influence, there are floor seats for $5,000 at the Barclays Center right now. And to quote the late great Billy Mays, but wait, there's more. Tickets for the Chicago Sky's game against the Fever are selling on Ticketmaster for as much as $1,700, and the Fever's game against the Minnesota Lynx is the most expensive on the secondary market, with the median ticket price hitting $615 according to Forbes. It's now not uncommon to see a lot of these tickets across the league being sold at over 10 times their original value. So yes, I would say that the support and demand for Caitlin Clark has already translated to the Pro League. Allison McCauley, the chief business officer of the Washington Mystics, told Axios that she predicts that women's sports will easily surpass the $1 billion in revenue that Deloitte predicted it would rake in this year, which in and of itself is 300 times higher than the 2021 evaluation. And the WNBA is already putting that money to good use, as they did announce that they will be chartering flights for the entire league this season, something that the players, teams, just everyone's been fighting for since its existence, really. The new travel program will launch as soon as they can logistically get each of the planes in each of the places, and this is going to cost them around $25 million each year. And number one, does this happen without Caitlin Clark? And number two, I think it's more doable in terms of paying for it. I know they operate at a loss, but I think the league will probably move out of that, and I think this is a good step forward. Got to take care of your players and your teams and your coaches and the whole staff, everything. And spending $25 million here is a good move for them. And in terms of Caitlin's financial trajectory, forget the WNBA for a second. It's about to be massive. It's much greater than you think as well, including her salary. With a WNBA starting salary of $76,535, increasing to nearly $98,000 by her fourth season, and potential bonuses for accolades like Rookie of the Year, Caitlin's financial trajectory is set to soar, I promise. Don't trick yourself. Now, comparatively, Caitlin's earnings might seem modest next to NBA figures, where Steph Curry makes $51 million a year and the league minimum is over $1 million, but Caitlin's real financial game changer does lie in her endorsements and sponsorships. She just held 11 NIL deals with powerhouse brands like Nike, Gatorade, and State Farm, which earned about $3 million according to On3.com. Caitlin's off-court earnings are really where the scoreboard completely lights up, and for her, she's really cemented herself as a leading figure in sports marketing. One standout in her partnerships is the one with Nike, where she joins people like LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Serena in promoting the brand, influencing not just basketball fans, but the next generation of athletes. The most prolific NCAA Division I scorer in history and the number 1 overall pick allegedly signed an 8-year, $28 million contract with Nike. That includes a signature shoe. This is crazy. Clark's initial NIL deal that was signed in 2022 just expired after this past season, and Nike came and swooped her right back up. Under Armour and Adidas also had contract discussions with Clark's team in February, according to the Wall Street Journal, and Puma also showed some interest, but walked away allegedly when they were told that the bidding would start at $3 million. Clark allegedly received offers of $16 million over 4 years from Under Armour and $6 million over 4 years from Adidas, with both including a signature shoe. All of those numbers are all over the place, from Nike to Under Armour to Puma. I mean, honestly, across the board, they're just all so different, and Clark clearly grabbed the largest one and probably the most impactful one. And her brand is only increasing in value, which is just bananas. Her next deal, whether it's in 8 years or they restructure it prior to, is going to be humongous. And I'm sure you saw the Nike shirt, right? Fanatics told CNN that they sold more Clark-based branded merchandise than any individual NCAA athlete completely across all sports since 2022 in just 24 hours after she broke the record. So some of you may have commented or paused for a second when I talked about the salary before and how I just kind of grazed over how it's about $80,000 this year. I get it. But actually, she can make about $500,000 thanks to the comprehensive marketing agreement with the WNBA. So beyond the endorsements, Caitlin's business impact can actually come from the potential league earnings, just not from her playing on the court, I guess. WNBA players have the chance to make up to $250,000 through the league's player marketing agreement, where they serve as brand ambassadors to the WNBA. Players can also sign team-specific marketing agreements for an additional $100,000. And obviously, Caitlin Clark is the most marketable player in the league right now. And it's good because this kind of income not only highlights Caitlin's ability to make income, but also the WNBA's growth and what the opportunities they're giving to the players. And I'm telling you, I know other players may not like to hear it, but Caitlin's presence here and her entry into the WNBA is going to help them a lot more with revenue sharing and just overall salaries. Caitlin's journey isn't just about her personal success, and she's been awesome about that and very humble. It's about the overall growth of the sport. With offers like a $5 million deal to play in Ice Cube's Big 3 league, it's clear that her options are vast, and she could really open up brand new avenues for women's basketball players to make significant income without going overseas like has been the case forever. So while Caitlin continues to break records and redefine what female athlete endorsements look like, she remains the top dog for inspiration for players on court, and it's a phenomenal business case study on the power of personal branding in sports. Not just women's sports. So yes, Caitlin Clark has arrived and already is making a significant impact. If you're inspired by Caitlin Clark's story and want to learn about other athletes that are transforming the sports business industry, make sure you check out the other videos on my channel as well. Check out 2 in the bloops right here. Really just let me know what you guys want to see. I love communicating, love the sports talk. So thank you so much for watching and have a great day.